Well, volunteers are at the core of the good work that CASA of the River Region provides children and families. Those volunteers are being celebrated this April as part of National Volunteer Appreciation Month. William Myers of CASA joins us now with more on this. You know, there's so much happening in April, so many important, of course, we're all celebrating Derby and doing these things, but when you think about it, it's Child Abuse Prevention Month, it's Volunteer Appreciation Months, and you all are really taking time out of a hectic month to make sure that your volunteers, which are your core, are celebrated.
We're trying. I mean, CASA, at the heart of what we do is recruit people from the community to advocate for children who've experienced abuse and neglect. And so we just want them to know how appreciated they are, how much they do makes a difference, and try to get more of them.
Absolutely. And that has to be daunting too, because these are volunteers that have an open mind, that know that they could be in any situation.
Yeah.
They're special. I mean,
they are.
Any volunteer is special, but these are special folks.
They are. It really, it takes a lot to decide that you want to make a long-term difference in the life of a child. And our folks have made that decision and want to do it, and we're just so grateful to them.
By the numbers, you all had, 200 volunteers last year, and that number may seem like, oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And still, you're seeing a big need.
We are. Kentucky is unfortunately number 6 in the country for child abuse and neglect, and so we really need a lot of people to advocate for children who've experienced abuse and neglect. And so we're constantly trying to recruit people, because there are over 23,000 children in Kentucky who need a CASA advocate or a mentor.
What impact, in the long run? I think, you tell somebody that's a potential volunteer, this is the impact that you could make.
Yeah.
What is that end that you kind of see? Because you see the positive stories and the outcomes every day of why they matter.
We do. A CASA volunteer is somebody who decides that they want to work with a child who's experienced abuse and neglect, and really, in a lot of ways, profoundly change their life. To be their advocate, their mentor, to be a consistent presence while they're involved in family court, going through their case, to report to the judge on what might be in their best interest. And we've got so many success stories of kids who have come out and really bonded with their CASA volunteer, and the CASA volunteer has been such a positive influence on them.
Do you provide any training for these volunteers? Because they're, representing them in court, they're helping them there, making sure that they make their certain dates. Is there some training so they know I'm not going to be totally on my own, missing important things?
Absolutely. So every CASA volunteer does an interview. They also do a background check, and we get their references. Then they go through a 30-hour extensive training, which is hybrid. Yeah, it's online and it's in person, and so we make sure that they have the tools they need. And then every CASA volunteer has a dedicated staff person who is looking out for them, who's going on their home visit with them, who is checking in to make sure that everything's going okay, and really is their advocate, they're an advocate for children.
To have that extra layer of support too for them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if somebody can't volunteer, what other needs do you all have that you're looking for right now where people can step in and step up?
Sure. So we'd like people to volunteer. We also need donations. What we do is we, again, train volunteers. We get them active on cases, and it costs about $1,400 to train and support each volunteer. And so we need donations, and we need people to attend our events and really just support us any way that they can.
Well, do you have any events coming up or down the road after Derby? I know probably, right? Summertime.
We do. We've got June 9th, we have the Cindy Prestigiacomo Memorial CASA Golf Scramble, and that's going to be at Heritage Hill in Bullitt County. It's in memory of Cindy Prestigiacomo, who was the executive director of the Bullitt County CASA program. And it will just be a fun day with 2 flights to go out and play golf and benefit a good cause.
Benefit a great cause. Always great to see you.
You too.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So if you feel it in your heart, you want to become a volunteer, all you have to do is head on over to CASARiverRegion.org.